Welcome to Sprawl and Brawl. It's episode number 68. Is that right? Are we up that high already? Jesus. It seemed like yesterday that we were up to episode number 50. But hey, I guess we're up to 68 already. October 12th, Thursday. We're here every Thursday night around 9 p.m. every week. Isn't that right, Simon?
Yeah, give or take. Most weeks.
Yep.
Sometimes.
Oh God, Skype is shitting the bed. Thanks,
We're not.
Skype.
What?
It's not doing so good right now for some reason. Whatever. Oh, it's
You're taking me through Skype or Discord?
I'm talking about the video.
Oh, the video.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It was
Should've
really what
used
it did that
Discord,
one time.
Oh God, freaking like a 120p feed through.
Yeah. Hey,
Whoa, okay, yeah, that is pretty bad.
At the speed that we were accomplishing to get through Skype, I think it was like seriously 4 kilobits a second. I was amazed that we could even push video through that. I was amazed. That's honestly, it's kind of amazing that it fucking worked.
Yeah.
Anyways, MegaSearcher.com, VODs, MP3s. Go check us out there. You can go on Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict, and wherever else you can find podcasts. And we're up there as an audio podcast. And if you want our video, we can be found on YouTube. And we also air there live, MegaSearcher TV, and we also air on Twitch and Mixer. So, I guess we can talk about the MMA results right away. Why not?
Sure.
Did you watch Bellator?
Did not.
Okay, so
I definitely did watch the pay-per-view of UFC.
Mm-hmm.
But...
So I did not watch the prelims of Bellator. But the thing about this card, honestly, it's kind of shitty. It was not an amazing card. I was not hype heading into the card, and I was honestly not... sometimes cards with no names on it, you're just like, ooh, this could maybe be amazing. But I was looking at it, I was just like, no, there's none of this is going to be great. So it started with Leandro Higa versus Joe Tamaglo. Is a pretty one-sided fight. A judge gave it 29-28. I don't see how he fucking even saw that.
So was this was a Spike card?
It was what?
This was a Spike card.
Yes, this is the main
TV.
card on Spike.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm just like, making sure it wasn't a pay-per-view. They're
no.
trying to do a couple of those. And I'm like looking at these names going this.
So here's how you know it's not a pay-per-view. There's only 4 fights.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. This was a pretty one-sided fight. Leandro Higo just pretty much laid on him for most of it.
Yeah, I'm seeing these numbers and it's just not.
It was not great. Pat Curran versus John Texera. This fight was also one-sided. And again, I don't know how the fuck one judge gave it 29-28. How the fuck somebody gave it?
One gave 29-28 and one gave 30-26.
30-26 is maybe close. It was maybe close.
Yeah, no, I'm just how the hell do you have those differences?
That third round was so fucking one-sided. They probably should have ended it. But
I don't understand how you can have one judge saying it was 29-28 and one saying that it's 30-26.
But it happens all the time, man. Judging is terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't.
Really depends on the state you're in.
I'm not even shocked by it anymore.
Some of the judges have gotten much better depending on where they are. But
Oklahoma, from what I've seen so far, Bellator goes there pretty often. UFC's been there twice, and I don't remember them fucking up severely on anything. So, it's not like it affected the decision either way. But 29-28, what he still had it right, so I can't get that pissed. Ultimately, it didn't really affect anything.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Sanchez versus Daniel Strauss, and this was actually fucking surprising. I thought Daniel Strauss was just going to wreck Sanchez, and he actually fucking got wrecked the whole 3 rounds, and then he got submitted, but with a triangle choke. He got destroyed the whole 3 rounds. I don't even think he landed a significant strike, really. He really didn't do much.
Well, talk about significant strikes in the DJ fight, because Jesus Christ, those numbers are fucked up.
I guess we could talk about that soon. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
And then the main event was Darian Caldwell versus Eduardo Dantes for the Bantamweight Championship. I thought Dantes was just going to destroy Caldwell and we were going to call it a night. But nope. Caldwell destroyed him. And a few refs gave it 48-47. I thought Caldwell clearly won. Maybe one round you can give it to Dantes, But
No, because again, like you have two judges scoring at 48, 47, and then
yes.
one at 50, 45.
And I kind of agree more with the 50-45.
I didn't actually watch the fight.
It should have been 49-46. If you were going to give one round, I'm cool with that. Because Eduardo Dantas did okay in the second. But that's the first round. I was just like, holy shit. This is not the fight I was expecting at all. And it was like that the whole fight. So, yep. And Caldwell is now the bantamweight champion. Who the fuck do they have in that weight class anyways? I don't even know. Because I feel like McDonald could maybe go down and go up.
No, this is 35. So
that's too far down.
Way too far down.
Just get all the titles. Just get them all. Just get all of them.
Probably could.
Well, he's been talking that he wants 3 of them, but I don't see that happening. It is Bellator, but I just don't see that happening. Well,
you could get welterweight and middleweight pretty easily. He's going to go up and beat Bader. I don't know about that.
That's what he talked about. Yeah. So I could see him. I could see him. Well, I could see him doing well against Bader, but the second Bader gets on top of him, that's gonna be hard.
It's over.
That could be hard.
No, Bader is just a big dude. He's like Bader's got to be like 240.
Yeah, he's huge.
And McDonald might be 195.
And even on the feet, McDonald would do an alright job, but he would have to.
I think on the feet he'd probably win.
But he could get hit by Bader. Bader, it's not that he lands KOs, but he's facing a smaller dude.
Yes. No, but the thing, connecting I think would be very difficult. If he does connect, it would
hurt him for sure. And we've seen McDonald; he gets hurt.
Yes,
he gets back up, but he gets hurt.
Yeah. He doesn't go out, but he gets hurt.
Yes. He gets severely hurt to the point where I'm just like, maybe
we should stop this fight.
Like
he just keeps going.
You can't even see his face anymore.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that fight with him and Lawler, man, Jesus Christ, both of them. Like I could have I could have stopped that fight like 3 or 4 times. And it was probably like 2 and 2.
Yeah, but dude, you're a fighter. It gets seen as being a bitch, which is kind of dumb.
I do kind of agree with what some of DJ's comments about not being in the business of concussions, but
oh yeah, sure, but like what? Okay, so let's say you're 2 rounds in a 3-round fight, and you're just getting destroyed, and the 3rd round, you're just gonna get destroyed some more. Maybe your corner should just say, "Hey."
Well, they did with Penn's corner did against.
They stopped it too early, in my opinion. That was the 4th round. He was getting fucking killed.
Yep.
Killed.
That's
one of the worst fights I've ever seen.
Yes, and that really was that was just
It was fun at first, and then it was just like,
or just GSP was landing too much and tiring him out too much, and Penn was just done.
I don't see how that fight even kept going. Like it was sad. Like that 4th round was terrible. I'm trying to think of there's definitely another one-sided fight but I'm just blanking on it. I was just thinking the same. And just like, holy shit, this guy's getting destroyed. We should probably just end this. But it was long ago. That's why I don't remember. It's pretty long ago. Anyways, let's talk about UFC 216. Might as well talk about the pay-per-view numbers. So Dave Meltzer reported the early numbers for UFC 215, which is the last pay-per-view, where DC and Ray Borg fell out, and then it was just the ladies main eventing that event that did 100,000 buys. Not that great.
No.
And then UFC 216, 120,000 buys. Also not so great. No. But that fight, that card also got destroyed. Fabricio Werdum was supposed to fight Derek Lewis.
Well, Werdum did fight.
Oh yes, that fight was not so great.
No, but yes,
he might as well just talk about that card right now. Or that fight. Walt Harris is who he fought, and Walt Harris was supposed to fight Mark Goodbeer in the Godbeer, in the preliminary Fight Pass main event, and I was looking forward to that fight. But then Werdum versus Harris, I was just like, God, Werdum's gonna destroy him. I kind of want to see Harris just win because why not? But of course he didn't. It took a minute for Verdum to get him on the ground and armbar him and finish him right there. So that was not surprising at all.
No.
Not surprising at all. Yeah. The main card started with Beneil Dariush versus Evan Dunham. I really liked the first round of this fight. It was back and forth. Dariush was landing some fucking good punches, but then I thought the second and the third were not that great. Evan Dunham.
Evan Dunham got his ass handed to him the first round.
Yeah, yes.
For the 3 and 4. I agree with the draw because that first round was definitely a 10-8. And then the other ones that Dunham won the second 2.
The first round was fucking amazing. Like Dariush.
Because I thought the fight was over, like to the point that it easily could have been ended, but they let it go on. The
third and the second, like Dariush was just more tired and
so I think Dariush kind of blew his load on the first round. And
also there was another fight like that. It was exactly like that in the TV card on FX. TSN here. Lando Venata versus Bobby Green. Lando Venata in the first round just destroyed fucking Bobby Green, and he even landed a knee while Bobby Green was on the ground to the head. So he got a point removed for that because it was fucking super blatant. Like super blatant.
That's why there was a draw.
Yeah, so that's what resulted in the draw. Because the next 2 rounds, I guess...
Because I only saw the last round of that.
Yeah, Bobby Green right at the end, he got a huge takedown and then some ground and pound, which probably won him that third round, which probably even caused the draw too. Because I think up to that, the third round was probably Lando's up to that takedown and the ground and pound right at the end. It's pretty impressive, and it probably swayed the judges. It swayed me anyways. So it was just, okay, it's a draw now, for sure. And I was joking about it, and it happened. But it's funny because it was a split draw.
Yeah.
Right down the middle. One judge gave it to Lando. One judge gave it to Bobby. If not for the point, like Lando clearly won this fight.
I think that. Yeah,
like, clearly. But dude, that knee to the ground was like clear as day.
I saw that they showed it after the fact.
He was like, "Oh shit!" Like he knew.
Yeah. Or just instincts kick in, you do something, and then you realize what you just did.
Dude, yeah, you're in a fight, man. You don't really fucking think. You're about destroying this man. You know, that's all you want to do. And I get it. A knee. You're hey, I can fucking destroy this dude right now. But oh shit, fuck. That's right. Can't do that. All right, let's go back to the main card. For women's flyweight here, this was okay because it only lasted the first round. Mora Romero Borella versus Kalindra Feria. There's a rear naked choke. There's not much to say about this fight.
Other than like she just completely dominated her.
Well,
like it was
supposed to be Paige Van Zandt versus Jessica I, and then that fight got dropped out, and it was supposed to be Andrea Lee, and then she dropped out, and so it was just 2 nobodies.
Yeah,
I just don't really. It's not that I don't care about them. I don't know about them.
This was for the 125 weight, so these were the first 2 women to fight at 125.
Officially, I guess. Because they, I want to say they've had fights at flyweights before. It was unofficial.
True. Yeah.
It's just like, we're just going to do this. We're testing this. Because I want to say they've had it before.
But yeah, because she wasn't, like, for what they were saying is that she should have been probably on the show, and this was kind of her thing to like say like, no, I should be in the top 5, and I should get the title shot of whoever the hell's actually wins or something.
I know who Mara is. I knew who she was heading into it. I'm just not excited about her.
Yeah. But yeah, fighting out of Florida, Coconut Creek, so she's obviously with the AKA or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It is AKA, American Kickboxing Association. So she comes from a really good camp and everything. So it's just.
So I'm just gonna bring up something random right now. So Impact Wrestling, which is the other thing that's not WWE right now. So one of their storylines is they have Bobby Lashley, and they have American Top Team there, and they have a few MMA fighters there, and they have the coach of American Top Team. What's his fucking name? I always blank on the coach's names. Black Zillions and the American Top Team. I don't remember their names.
American Top isn't it not Dean? Dean Thomas or something?
No, that's Dean Thomas is he might be an American Top Team, but he's not the main guy.
Okay.
Because he was in that season of Tough. Fuck.
Dean Thomas?
No, the American Top Team dude.
Yeah. Well, Dean Thomas was in Tough as well. So.
Well, no, I mean the Tough that was American Top Team versus Black Zillions.
Oh, okay. I never saw that one.
Yeah. Oh man, what the fuck? What? I don't know why I'm blanking on his name. Mike Brown. Am I misremembering? Maybe it's not American Top Team. Who else? Name me some other teams that have Top Team in it. Okay, wait. Who the fuck is Brock? Not Brock. Bobby Lashley. MMA team. I'm just gonna look that up. Is it American Top Team? Who's he with? Who's King Mo with? Do you know? No. Oh, it is American Top Team. So why the fuck am I not? Who is this guy? Why am I blanking on his name? Anyways, so they have this whole angle where he's like, he should focus on MMA and not wrestling. And then you have I don't know if you know who Jim Cornette is. He used to be the guy for the manager
WWF.
of Rock and Roll Express and all that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so he's the quote unquote boss of the show right now. So he's like, no, Bobby should be wrestling. We pay him, and he's pretty good, and he's our champ, blah, blah, blah. And, so that's a pretty good, actually intriguing storyline in Impact right now. And it's well done. The shame about all of it is that Jim Cornette's done because he can't travel to Canada. And Impact is going to be coming to Canada.
Sorry, why can't he travel to Canada?
Something he did in the 70s relating to wrestling. There was some dudes that were like harassing him or something, and he just beat them to shit, so can't come back. Which is weird because it happened in the 70s, and he's been here with WWE a bunch of times since then, and he only started getting kicked out since 2014. So dude, our border is ridiculous. Every time I go to the States, the Americans are always way friendlier than the Canadians. It's weird. I was totally expecting it to be the other way around, and people tell me that it's the other way around. That the Canadian side is way nicer, but it's never been that way. It's never been that way. The only thing I can say is the one time I did travel with a bus, I would say the American side was maybe more racist in checking the black guys. Let's say that. Maybe they were a little bit more racist because they didn't do that on the Canadian side when we came back. It's not like, we got to randomly check you guys. Yeah, randomly, sure. I bet. But that's the only thing I can say. Except for that, the Canadian side are totally dickheads, man. They will ask you the same question 10 times. Yes, I'm from Ottawa, man. I'm kind of sleepy right now. Ottawa is still like another 2 hours away. Can I just fucking go now? I want to go to bed. But wait, you said you were from Ottawa, right? Yeah, yes, I'm fucking Ottawa. God damn it! But your girlfriend's from Toronto. Yep. I also said that. It's so weird. I fucking hate the border with the Canadian side. Oh God, I hate them so much. Because they're kind of polite about it too, but they're also such fucking dicks. Ugh. Anyways, okay. So there was no Ultimate Fighter this week for some reason. So I guess tune in next week, I suppose, if it comes back. Right. MMA news of the week. Gokhan Saki got his next fight scheduled against Khalil Roundtree at UFC 219, and that's the one at the end of the year. That's gonna be a good fight. Khalil Roundtree can fucking knock out some fools. So I bet that's probably gonna happen in this fight. Is a knockout's probably gonna happen, right?
Sure.
And Khalil's not really known for his ground game, so I bet this stays up on the feet. If I had to guess, which is it's a good matchmaking decision by the UFC because you don't want Saki to really lose right now.
We skipped or we didn't go through the top two fights.
Oh damn it! That's right. Because they were kind of shitty, to be honest.
The top two?
Oh, sorry, no, sorry. The top fight was awesome. So excuse me. I'm very sorry, Tony Ferguson and Kevin Lee. My apologies. But the top fight was pretty boring. I was not excited about it until the end. Until the end.
Yeah, like the suplex armbar thing was.
Armbar. Jesus Christ, that was amazing. But except for that, Jesus, man, this fight was boring.
Yeah, no, it was just horribly. At one point in time, it was like 122 strikes to 3.
Well, so here's the thing. Oh yeah, dude, I think it was the third round. They were saying Ray Borg only has one significant strike, and I was like, it's the third round.
Well, it was at the start of the third round, he had one significant strike.
I was just like, holy fuck, this fight is so one-sided.
Yep,
so one-sided. I kind of like that this is Demetrius Johnson's style now, where he just kind of tires out somebody and then he does something right at the end.
Yeah,
it's kind of exciting, to be honest. But you still have to fucking wait out until the exciting shit happens.
Yeah,
we'll see who fights next.
Yeah, I don't. He needs somebody to fight. Like the people he's fighting are nowhere as good as him.
Demetrius Johnson has the same problem that I had with fucking Ronda Rousey. Is that they're like, ooh, I'm all almighty, but yeah, okay, who the fuck did you fight? No one. Yeah. No one is the fucking answer to that question.
Because the issue is like he's literally cleared out the division.
Oh yeah, and it sucks for him because who else would do a fucking suplex to armbar to Ray Borg? No one.
Yeah.
No one. There's no one. So it sucks for DC and it sucks for Ronda too. But the second they're gonna face somebody legit, you're gonna be like, well.
I think like Dotson is the only real.
He was a dude that did close on the first fight.
Yes.
Same with Uncle Creepy.
Wasn't in the first fight.
Yeah, in the first fight, yes. But except for those two dudes, all the fights were pretty one-sided.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Dotson was... That fight was good, but he really didn't do that great in that fight either. He landed
in the first fight, he did well in the first 3 rounds. And then in the 4th and the 5th, he got tired and DJ just tore him apart.
Yep.
Like I really think
division
DJ
is exciting. You just need people in it. Because I love the flyweights in WEC. Like when they were in WEC, it was fucking amazing. But since they've been in the UFC, it's just
competition is the problem, and there's just nobody.
And like the thing is like what the fuck are you gonna fight? Are you gonna fight for second place? Like, because you have so many guys that are below DJ that do great. But the second they get to DJ, they just get destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's weird. It's the same thing with the fucking women's division when Ronda came in. There's some women that do all right, but they're not elite. They're not. If you can't fucking overcome judo, the one fucking thing she has, like who fucking cares? You suck. I'm sorry. You suck.
Well, the thing is, like, so Ronda did well against a lot of the wrestlers and stuff like that. Like, because they want to grab you, but she was just able to get her hips a little bit lower, toss them, throw into a armbar, and it's over. Like Kat, like that fight was what 24 seconds or something like that.
That's another thing too. Like I think that Ronda got in Kat's head so bad on that fight.
Yeah, much like what McGregor did to Aldo, and it just he came running at him, and just left hand knocked him the fuck out.
Yeah, and before Ronda lost, I kind of get why she was intimidating. She was a total bitch.
Yeah, no, but the thing is again, Holmes just came in and was okay. Why the hell would I grapple with you? Freaking silver medalist in judo. I'm not gonna be able to grapple with you, so I'm just gonna punch the shit out of your face. Oh, you don't like that much? Okay, kick to the head. like
the only thing Ronda has is ever is getting up close, grabbing you, flipping you, and then getting an armbar. Yeah. That was her whole career.
And the thing is, in mixed martial arts, that's like she could take 1 or 2 punches just as long as she got a hold of you, you were done. But it was.
Yep.
You just have to understand that, like, you don't want to get them.
The only fights of Ronda Rousey that were good were the Tate fights. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only fights I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Everything else in Strikeforce of hers,
just Tate's level of jiu-jitsu and stuff was good enough to minimize.
Oh, and Tate can take some punishment. So
yes,
when she got armbarred in the very first fight with Ronda, that was fucking insane. I was just like, how was she lasting? And she totally lasted.
Yeah.
Anyways, the main event: Tony Ferguson and Kevin Lee, UFC 216. This was awesome because Joe pointed out right away that Kevin Lee had a staph infection on his chest that the commission just totally fucking missed. But Joe, 1 fucking second on a tiny monitor screen, can fucking go, hey, look at that.
No, but the thing is, it wasn't there the day. It wasn't there the day before.
No, you can go back. So, it was. It just wasn't as pronounced.
Yeah,
but it was totally there. It was fucking 100% totally there.
Wow.
Because I did go back. Okay. I just went back today, and it was just like, oh, hey, look at the weigh-ins. He totally has it. So, yeah, he had it for at least a few days on his chest. At least.
Yeah.
So, way to go. This was in Nevada.
No, it was Nevada. Yes. It was Vegas.
Yes. So, way to go, Vegas, on that one. Anyways, Tony Ferguson pretty much wrecked Kevin. The first round was
round was interesting, yes, and then I think Kevin Lee just got exhausted mainly, probably because of the staph infection.
Oh, the staph and the weight cut together.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not a good combination.
No.
The staph alone is bad enough. Because he weighed 19 pounds above the day before. He was just like, oh, dude, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I'm cool. I got this.
No, but the thing is, he did come in.
He came in like a pound
71 and a half. 71 and a half.
Something like that, yeah.
Or something like that. And then he came back an hour later and he lost 2 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then, he got a triangle choke.
Yeah.
In the third round. By the second round, it was pretty obvious that Tony was going to win.
Yeah.
The first round, Kevin landed some good punches where it was just, oh, cool. He could maybe actually do something, but he tired out right away.
Yeah.
Right away. So I guess the only fight to discuss that was amazing on the prelims that we didn't already is John Moraga versus Magomed Bibulatov. Remember last week I was like, yo, Bibulatov's pretty good. Like in terms of a Russian, he's pretty good. And he got K'd the fuck O'd. Dude, one punch. Fucking, he's lucky the cage was there when he went back too, because he would have died without that cage there. Yeah, so he landed pretty hard against the cage, but but his head would have bounced off the canvas really hard because he was out. Like he was out cold. He was on the ground for a good long time before he got back up. So a good victory by Moraga. Who was his last fight? He lost. He beat somebody
John Moraga.
Yeah, he beat somebody called Ashkan Mokhtarian. So I guess he's
so he lost against Sergio.
Yeah, but he lost against Sergio. That's the last fight I remember against. Yeah, of his.
Which it was a decision, unanimous. But
but he lost.
Sergio does look pretty good right now at 125. Does look pretty good.
Sergio has a fight against Cejudo right now.
Yeah.
At UFC 218. The second last pay-per-view of the year.
Yeah.
218 looks okay. 218 has some good, okay fights on it. I'm not going to say that it's, going to do a million buys on pay-per-view, but the hardcores are going to buy it. Just like Holloway and Edgar, that's a pretty good fight.
And that's the thing. I think that's the only fight Holloway has at this weight.
Well, he doesn't really have anybody except for
the thing is, he beat everyone getting to the maybe he gives Cub Swanson another shot.
No, I don't want but, it's not very exciting.
So what does that leave him?
I think he's gonna beat Edgar, and then we'll see what Conor does.
Yeah,
because the thing about Conor right now is he has so many fights that he could do.
Yeah. The Ferguson fight is good for Conor for the most part.
Ferguson, Diaz, and Holloway are the three that I want to see. Those are the three that I am like, holy fuck. Dude.
Yeah, I don't really care so much about the Diaz fight. The Holloway fight, I would really like that. And then there's also, I guess depending on what happens with Ferguson, then there's also.
No, I don't want to see Ferguson. Let Ferguson be crazy. Let him chase him. Because that's what he's going to do.
He's the interim champion. He cannot.
I get it. I 100% get it. He should defend his title. He's never did it. He's an asshole for not doing it.
Yes.
But it's not the fight that I most want to see with McGregor. That's just the reality of it. And I think the UFC probably agrees with that.
So yeah, Gaethje would probably make the most sense for McGregor after
Alvarez. Yeah.
Now, assuming he beats Alvarez, yes.
All right, so that does it for UFC 216. We're done.
Yeah.
All right. So UFC signs a sponsorship deal with Modelo. So it's going to replace Bud Light next year. Modelo is a Mexican beer. So there you go. Uncle Creepy Ian McCall, weird, just mentioned him.
Yeah.
He got granted his UFC release. I don't get how the UFC controls their releases because
release from the contract.
Well, Tom Lawler wants a release because he failed he got Ostarine failed on his test, and he wants out of the UFC, and they won't give it to him for some reason. But Uncle Creepy, they just do it. It's weird.
Yeah.
I just.
Well, they also did it for Sonnen. They also did it for Mir. They also.
They've done it for a few dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just.
No, I don't know what the hell he's gonna do.
Why? He's probably fight in Japan. Ian McCall's one of those dudes that would do well in Japan because he has a mustache, and they could. Oh, look at the American. Has the mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they're going to do.
But he does right. I guess he's not doing so well in the UFC, so he's.
Oh, he hasn't been in the UFC in a long time. Long time. His last fight was when?
But he's obviously on a.
He had fights.
He's obviously in contract. If he's.
Oh yeah. He still had fights on his contract, but like if he's sick and he can't really do anything, like what are you going to do? His last fight was 2015. He lost against Lineker. Like. They have so many fighters that they could release dudes. Like Tom Lawler, I don't fucking get why they keep him. Because I think he still has another year on his contract. When he comes back?
Well, most contracts are number of fights, not so much.
Yeah. But even when Tom Lawler comes back, what is he going to fucking do? Like he
can't
sell himself. He can't sell himself like he used to.
No.
And that was the whole fucking deal with Tom. I still love Tom Lawler, but under Reebok and UFC, he won't be the same dude. All right, Sam Alvey is going to replace Trevor Smith, and he's going to be facing Ramazan Emev at UFC Gantz or whatever the hell it's called. That's in 2 weeks. So that's
wow. That's pretty short notice on Alvey's part.
Yeah, but hey, Sam Alvey always in the mood to fight, so why not? He lost his last fight, didn't he? Against
was that his last fight or the fight before that one?
I think that was his last fight. Against what's his face, Brazilian dude, blanking on his name. That's what happens when you try to remember a million names at the same time. Oh no, that's right. He beat Rashad Evans last time.
Yeah,
and he lost against Talis Laties. Is what I was trying to think of. All right,
that Rashad Evans, Rashad. Oh my god,
that fight was not good. They didn't even get an interview. Sam Alvey was like, "I learned Spanish. God damn it."
Well, yeah, because it was in Mexico City.
Yeah.
At 7,000, 8,000 feet or whatever.
I learned Mexican so I could do my promo. God damn it! That's what I remember the most about that fight.
Yeah.
Cub Swanson versus Brian Ortega got added to UFC Fresno. I think that's in November. At the end of November. At the TV card.
I like that fight.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Brian Ortega. When the fuck was his last fight? Because I haven't
that
seen
long
Ortega
ago.
a long.
No, it wasn't that long ago. He's got some record going for the number of third round finishes in a row or something like that.
He fought once this year, and his last 4 fights were victories. Finishes.
Yeah,
TKO
third round
sub,
finishes.
KO sub.
But they're all third round finishes.
All right. Cool. That's a good fight. RFA champion Rayoni Barcelos is going to replace Augusto Mendez, and he's going to be fighting Boston Salmon at UFC Sao Paulo. When is that card? I'm actually looking forward to that fight now because I know these two guys. I didn't know who Augusto Mendez was really, but Rayoni Barcelos and especially Boston Salmon was on Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series. And his fights were really good. I think he fought twice on that show. I could be wrong, but I do remember his one knockout was insane. This is October 28th. It's at the end of the month. There you go. It's in 2 weeks from now. 3 weeks from now. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's kind of whatever. 2.5. Talk about Dana White's Tuesday Night Contenders. Kurt Halabow fought on there, and he used an IV after he weighed in, which is not allowed.
No.
But funny. So, oh god, the Nevada State Athletic Commission. You're fucking retarded. They didn't even know. They didn't even know he did it. The only reason they know he did it is because he was honest, and he said, "Hey, I used an IV, guys." And we're like, "Oh, you did, huh?" So they fined him $750 on the spot, and then 15% of his $5,000 that he earned. And they overturned his first round knockout to a no contest, and he got suspended for 9 months. Retroactive to the date, so I think he has like 7 months. It's April 11th. He can come back. His fight was good. I remember it, but don't do the IV. But at the same time, hey, Nevada, step your fucking game up. You should probably know a guy is using IV without him just telling you. I just can't believe that. Like Mark Ratner he works for the UFC now. He used to work for the Nevada Athletics. There's such jokes. All of those guys are such fucking jokes. Joe Rogan is also dropping the ball. Like, I love Joe Rogan. I listen to his podcast all the time. But god damn it, man. On the UFC commentaries, like he's been dropping the ball, Joe has, lately.
In what way you mean?
Just miscalling shit, not remembering rules.
Like
simple fucking rules that are like, dude, you can't fucking knee somebody. He's down.
Yeah.
Oh, was he down? I don't know if he's down, dude. Oh my god, you should fucking know that's fucking Rogan.
Well, it was just definition of what's being down. It's just anything other than the soles of your feet. Oh, so he was a downed opponent. Yes, but it was like that whole thing. But yeah.
No, just listen to Rogan lately. He doesn't do the shows as often.
No,
and he's not. I don't feel like he's into it as much as he used to.
I don't think he is. Well, I think since Goldie was canned like that, I think he's just on contract, and that's what it is.
Yep. 8 shows a year he does now. So, all right. Anyways, Liam McGeary. Funny enough, we talked about him last week. Bubba McDaniels stepped in to fight him last second, replacing an opponent. But Liam McGeary himself got injured now, so that fight just got totally canceled.
Nice.
Liam McGeary is a good light heavyweight, but he's not like top tier. You know, he's like the gatekeeper of Bellator, not even gatekeeper of UFC. Gatekeeper of Bellator. All right. Aljamain Sterling is going to face somebody. Oh, Sergio da Silva in a submission-only grappling match at Rise Invitational, October 15th. That's this weekend, Westbury, New York. So here's why I brought up this news story. So Sergio da Silva is a dude that tried to weigh in on Bellator with 1 foot off the scale. And he's the dude that tried to rob a bank, supposedly. He's denying that. He is denying that. So maybe he didn't do it. But they found his fingerprints there. Also, fingerprint data, not always correct.
No.
Just saying, it's not always correct. Anyways, so that's why I brought up this story. It's just that they're fighting in New York and with this dude who tried to fuck up the weigh-ins and supposedly robbed bank. That's funny. I like Sterling, though. Sterling is one of the few New York dudes that I'm like, oh, okay, I could get behind this dude. Because most New York dudes are just like, oh, I'm super macho. Look at me, brr. And that's their attitude. I just don't like that. Sterling seems more like he's down to earth. A lot like who's the dude that beat Silva, Anderson Silva. Why am I blanking on his name?
Chris
Weidman. Chris Weidman. That's one of the reasons I like him so much, because compared to like a lot of the New York dudes in that team, he seems so much down to earth. He doesn't seem like a Matt Serra where he's just like, I want shit to be done all the time. Matt Serra seems like he could be fun to hang out with, but in limited time, you know?
Yeah, no, yeah, he definitely would be somebody that you could only handle for so much time.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. That New York team, I like them all in terms of just fighting and personalities, but in terms of wanting to hang out with them, none of them really seemed that down to earth, except for Sterling and Weidman. Like Weidman seems really like a really sweet dude. He doesn't seem like he would ever want anything to happen bad to anybody.
Yeah.
Except if you really piss him off. All right. Michelle Watterson, she is going to join the cast of MTV's The Challenge, Champs versus Stars. And CM Punk was on the show not that long ago.
Okay.
And I watched that season until CM Punk got out, and I stopped watching it. I think it was like 6 episodes. So I'm going to watch Karate Hottie on the show. Do some stupid fucking challenges that mean nothing. And I'm going to love it because it's Michelle Watterson. So there you go. Valerie Letourneau is going to compete for the first time inside the Bellator cage. She was scheduled to fight earlier this year, but she got injured. She's going to fight Kate Jackson in Newcastle, England, December 15th. December looks like it could be an okay month in terms of some MMA and fighting events. Valerie Letourneau, Canadian. Totally going to be watching that fight and supporting her. So I'm into that. And she's in England. That's cool. I always like watching international events. Hopefully, though, Bellator figured out that they can't fucking do international events and not air them live. Please fucking air this live, for God's sakes. I don't fucking want to watch this on a 3-hour delay or whatever the fuck you do, 5 hour. All right, more Gallagher, more Bellator news here. Gallagher got injured, and he was going to fight at Bellator 187, which was going to be in Ireland, which is Gallagher's home country, and that was going to be huge. Like that, I don't know how I feel about this. I like Gallagher, but the fight that they're replacing him with is AJ McKee versus Brian Moore, and AJ McKee is actually like a rival of Gallagher. They have not liked each other for a long time, so it could actually do pretty okay in Ireland. Like the thing about Ireland is people like fighting, so even you don't need to necessarily be Irish for them to be like, oh yeah, fucking we love fighting and we love wrestling and we love all this shit. Like they're gonna show up if you do a good fight, and I think this fight might actually be okay to replace that. But for sure, Gallagher would have sold out that arena in 2 seconds. I just don't know how they're going to do now without Gallagher. All right, hey, holy shit, this happened today. Lawler's going to be fighting Dos Anjos in UFC Winnipeg. That's the main event. Then they also added 3 other fights to that Winnipeg card. I didn't write them down, but I'm just going to look it up, and I'm sure it's going to come up.
Is that the Fox event?
Yes. They added 3 fights today along with that one.
Glover, Tim Elliott.
Cannonier versus Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. Yep.
Wait, no. So that's Little Nog or Big Nog?
Yeah, Little Nog. Big Nog has long retired.
Okay.
Yes. I think he retired after he got his arm broke by Frank Mir.
No, he fought after that.
Yeah, I guess so. But he did not fight very many fights after that. Alessio Di Chirico. Okay, let me say that again. Alessio Di Chirico versus Alimwa Bumbose. That fight's gonna be fucking good. Holy fuck, that fight's gonna be so fucking good. And then you said Texera versus Misha Serkinov. That fight got moved. That fight was gonna.
I'm not sure who
supposed to happen in Brazil. I think.
Resident of Toronto, Canada.
Huh? What?
He's Russian.
What's going on?
This
Serkinov?
Yeah.
Yes, he's Russian Canadian.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I don't know who he is.
What? Really? Man, Serkinov, his last fight before Ozdemir, he got destroyed by Ozdemir. But before his last few fights in the UFC, he's awesome. He's fucking amazing. I can't believe you don't know who he is. Do you remember his Volkan Ozdemir fight?
Not really.
That was Gustafsson versus Teixeira.
Yeah, well, I saw that. I don't really know this guy.
Oh, he got destroyed in 2 seconds, but yeah. Sirkunov was doing good before that. Hey. And they also announced John Makdessi versus Abel Trujillo. And that's also going to be a really good fight. Do you know who? Do you remember who Abel is?
Oh yeah.
He has like the chain tattoo with like the
Yep.
What's that called? The name tags. There you go. That's
Yeah.
what I was looking
Dog
for.
tags.
Dog tags. Exactly. Yeah. No, this fight card looks okay. Like Winnipeg, I'm right now. I'm just gonna say this, better than the Calgary fight card.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, especially with what happened to the Cali.
Yes. Hopefully nothing happens to this one. It's not even finished. They haven't even finished adding to cards fights to it, and I think that this is amazing already. The fights I have, like Tim Elliott versus Justin Scoggins, that fight should be okay too. Should be okay. All right. And that does it for the news. Let's talk about what's happening this week. No UFC this weekend. No UFC. There is an LFA on Friday, aka tomorrow. Not airing on Fight Network in Canada, so only on Access TV in the US. Glory 46 is happening on Fight Pass. This is the Super Fight series, which is headlined by Rico Verhoeven versus Antonio Bigfoot Silva.
Yeah.
So if you have Fight Pass, this starts at 5:30.
Watch Bigfoot get knocked out again.
The Rico and Silva fight is probably going to start around 7. If you do actually want to get up and watch that, that's Eastern time.
Yeah, so that's going to be at
pretty early for everybody.
5 for me.
Yeah. And then the main card of that Lori kickboxing event starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time. You can watch that whole event on Fight Network in Canada and on UFC Fight Pass and ESPN3 in the US. Cage Warriors 87 from Europe is airing at 4 p.m. on Fight Pass Eastern time.
So is Cage Warriors the one that McGregor's from?
Yes.
Or is that?
Yes.
There was something.
It is exactly that one. But I'm going to watch Cage Warriors 87. I'm going to start it. But then at 6 p.m., ACB 72, Zach Makovsky versus Yanni Sherbatov. And that's in Montreal. And I want to say Makovsky is the Canadian between those two guys. It's on YouTube and Fight Pass. It's on fight.tv and YouTube, not Fight Pass. And it's free. And it's from Montreal. So maybe tune into that. It should be okay. And then Sunday night, well, I guess this is Saturday night at 1 a.m. Eastern time, technically Sunday. Ryzen will be having their men's bantamweight and women's tournament. I don't know what weight class that women's tournament is at. It doesn't say it.
Well, I thought they were all open weights.
No. They have the open weight is the heavyweight is what they basically call it. They just call it open weight because there's no limit. And then there's an Alaska Fighting Championship next Wednesday. If you want to watch that on Fight Pass, it's on at midnight because it's in Alaska. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty late when it airs here. I kind of like watching some really low budget ass fighting sometimes, like like when it's in a school gym or some shit. I kind of like that sometimes. Not always. I won't watch it every fucking time I can. No. But sometimes if there's no UFC and there's nothing else, I kind of like watching that sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I guess we can. Man, weird. I didn't bring this up. So Mark Hunt got removed from his fight in New Zealand because he posted some stuff on a website that said that he has memory loss and slurring of his speech. And he said, "Fuck the UFC," blah 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 blah. Right after that. It's weird. Mark Hunt is in a super interesting spot right now. Super interesting spot, especially with all the concussion shit he was mentioning and saying that he got punched a lot in the head. That doesn't help his case.
He probably could turn around and sue because he had like 3 opponents in a row that all positive.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. That's probably one of the reasons why the UFC is not letting him fight in New Zealand anymore, because they want him to be quote unquote safe.
Mm-hmm. Because they let him fight too many people on roids.
Yeah. Or
on peds anyways.
So they replaced him with somebody. Yeah. I don't remember who it was, but
Verdum.
Oh yeah, yes, it was. Yep. Verdum just fought. Why not? His fight lasted a minute and he didn't do anything except an armbar. So, I mean, I like Verdum, but it's in fucking New Zealand.
Yeah.
Mark Hunt, come on now.
Like,
the UFC just shooting themselves in the fucking face.
The only 2 people they really have are Whitaker and Hunt. So without those 2 doing a show, well, I don't know why you would be like.
Well, they were going with Hunt originally.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but to the point that Hunt has brain damage.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing about Hunt. He also admitted that his back was bad not that long ago, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that him? Oh no, sorry, no. That was Cain Velasquez.
Cain's back has been effed up.
Yeah, but years. He's the one that said in an interview, "Oh, my back is fucked up. I don't know if I'll be." And then they were like, "Okay, yeah you can't fight." Like, it's so weird. Like, why wouldn't you just shut the fuck up if you really do want to fight?
Yeah, well, he obviously didn't.
Well, I don't know if I feel that about fucking Mark Hunt, to be honest. He probably does want to fight.
I think there is something there regarding, like, he was trying to prove a point of, like, what he's doing is dangerous.
Yes, it's dangerous and
he should be getting paid more money.
Yes. Yeah.
And it backfired horribly.
Yeah, it didn't work out. That's for sure.
Like, if he was posting someone else's brain scans or talking about whatever and saying, like, oh, maybe we should be getting paid more money, but doing it of his own shit, yeah, like,
I feel so weird about him, to be honest, because Mark Hunt came in from like K1 and he was awesome in Japan. He was amazing. And then, like, the UFC really didn't like him. Dana really didn't like him. He was just like, oh, he's a fucking fat ass. He's not going to do shit. And he came into the UFC and he was amazing the whole time.
Yeah.
And now it's so weird. Because I totally see where he's coming from, but at the same time, he kind of comes off as a bitch. Like, he should have probably just complained the first time and then just shut up. It led him somewhere in the middle. Well, it led him to where he is right now, to his fight getting canceled in New Zealand. When he could have just shut the fuck up.
He's also old. Holy shit, he's 43.
Yeah, no, he was not young when he was fighting in Japan. So
yeah. I thought he was like 48, 49, or 38, 39. He's like, to the point he's still that old. He's that old and been fighting for that long. And yeah, he's definitely going to have some issues.
How old did you say he was?
43.
So he came into the UFC and he was... okay, that's 340... and 2...
UFC in
he 2010, was 37.
So 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty old.
He was a pretty old man when he got into...
Yep.
Like 30, like, especially for a heavyweight, 37 is really old.
No, because if you go look at the heavyweights, they're all pretty much older. Like, all the heavyweights right now, they're all pretty much in that range, 35, 36, 37 and above.
Well, Struve,
Junior. Struve doesn't fight all that often anymore.
No. Junior's 33.
Junior, how old is Verdum now? He's got to be pretty old. Like, he's 38 or something.
Verdum, it's 40.
Fuck, yeah.
Stipe is pretty young. Stipe's 35.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, you say young. Like, if he was in any other weight division, you'd be like, it's getting up there. Like 35. If he was light heavyweight in 35, you'd be thinking like, oh, he's getting up to Randy Couture now. Maybe he's in, he has only like maybe
Randy
4 or 5
Couture,
years.
when he came back, was like 43 or
yeah, but that was in heavyweight. That's what I'm saying. Heavyweights are older.
No, he came back at. Well, no, I guess he did beat Sylvia.
Yeah, he beat Tim, and then he beat. Who the fuck did he beat? He beat somebody else.
And then he got crushed by
Brock Lesnar.
Brock,
God.
yeah, and then
I can tell you that I don't cry very
then he
often
went
during
down to light
UFC
heavy.
fights, but I cried during that fight. I'm willing to admit that. When Brock Lesnar beat Couture, I cried. I was not happy.
Yeah, because like over him right now is 37.
How old? 37?
Yeah, over him now is 37.
Yeah, Overeem's not bad. Overeem started super young though. Like when he was in Japan, he was like.
Oh no,
like
agreed. But that's
shit.
But the thing is, Hunt was 37 when he started in the UFC 7 years ago. Like, so fighting in the UFC for 7 years at the age of 37, like you already have that much damage to you, and you're fighting in the UFC on top of that. Like that's a lot of damage.
So holy shit, check this out. So Randy Couture beat Tim Sylvia, and then he beat Gabriel Gonzaga.
Gonzaga, yeah.
Okay. And then he lost to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Gabriel Gonzaga probably was that right after his fight with let's see, I'm just gonna look this up real quick. Who was his fight before?
Bigfoot's younger than I thought he would be.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. So he fucking head kick KO'd Mirko Cro Cop, and then he fought Randy Couture. I thought it was that, but I didn't wanna look like an idiot. And turned out I would have been right anyways. That head kick KO was amazing. That's one of my favorite KOs in UFC history. Cro Cop coming in just like, hey, I'm Cro Cop, and then Gonzaga just like, no, you're not. Ba-bam!
Rothwell's a lot younger than I thought he was. I thought Rothwell was like 40, 35.
No, Rothwell has never had hair in his whole life, so
yeah.
He was pretty young when he was in the IFL, and I want to say that was like 2006, 2007 or something. IFL 2007, yeah. Yeah, and he didn't have hair back then either, so he beat Roy Nelson in IFL. Good. Fuck early Roy Nelson. Fucking dickhead. I really didn't like Roy Nelson back then. He's good now. I like Roy Nelson now, but fuck Roy Nelson in 2007.
Where is he? He's in Bellator
now, yeah. Because God, Roy Nelson just had this attitude about him. Just like, I'll just do the bare minimum. Just do the bare minimum and then I'll win. Fuck it. That's awesome.
He still even has that concept for the most.
Yes, maybe he does still have that concept, but he gets his ass whipped so much that he has to fight back.
No, it's because his trips don't really work at this high of a level, so it kind of backfires.
Yeah, no, when he was in IFL, like even in IFL, he was okay. He wasn't that great, but in tough, like there was nobody in there that could really do anything against him.
Well, freaking Brandon Schaub was the only one that could have, and he still didn't. So
yeah, and I think that Brendan Schaub post tough probably could have beaten him, but later in their careers. But not at this point, I don't think he could.
Well, the thing is, again, it was still that one punch, the overhand right that just got Schaub at the finale and just.
Schaub, like it's weird because I think Brandon Schaub's a little bit like underestimated, undervalued, I guess. Because Schaub did some fucking great shit in the UFC.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree that he was a pretty good fighter. He just didn't like his position within the UFC of just
fucking great for him, man.
How much he got paid to what he had to do for that, and this and that.
That's fucking great for him. I think a lot of people like to talk shit about him, but like he's one of the few dudes that I 100% respect.
And again, he left before too late. So he's still a smart dude.
Yeah,
he's
a smart dude,
anything.
and not only is he a smart dude, like he makes money doing shit he likes. Still.
Yeah, no, the fighter and the kid shit, he was making.
Fighter and the kid, he does not commentary, comedy. Sorry. So yeah, he's making
comedy. I didn't know that.
He's making money by just talking.
He must have made a good amount of money for all that commentary shit he did with the boxing. With
I don't know if it's that great, but yeah.
No, but he was on a bunch of different networks talking. So
he's still employed by Showtime.
Yeah,
he's still there.
Right.
So he might show up every now and again on Showtime. But the thing about Showtime is that Showtime always says they want to have MMA, but they never really do anything about it. MMA's in a weird spot too now, anyways, compared to when they had Strikeforce.
Yeah,
Bellator was nowhere near second place.
Yeah,
now they kind of really are a second place. And the dudes that were second place before Bellator, they're all gone now.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like, just what does that like? Bellator is second place by default because there is no third.
Because there's no World Series of Fighting, and there's no who was the other one too? There was another one, World Series, and
TKO would almost be.
Oh, TKO that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, like, well, they're back now. Now they're not doing what they used to do, but they are back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then there's Legacy. Is it Legacy? Because the two that merged, I can't remember what they
Legacy and Resurrection.
What did they call themselves?
Okay, so it was a Legacy something, and then it was Resurrection Fighting Alliance. So they took a Legacy and they took Fighting Alliance, and they combined that.
It's Legacy Fighting Alliance. Okay.
Yeah.
So they, I guess, would by default have to be third.
Yeah, so.
Because I still don't even think Ryzen.
Here's how I would describe LFA. They're like the farm leagues of the UFC.
Yes.
I don't know if I would really call them second or third. It's just they're
by default
good that the UFC will pick and choose fighters from there.
Well, it's the same thing with Bellator. Would probably pick up a fighter or two every once in a while.
Yes, but that's different. That's like poaching, and like, you know, you got to wait for the contract to wait to finish.
Yeah.
With LFA, they're just like, hey, we need a dude, can we use them? And they usually go like, yep.
Yeah.
Usually that's how it goes with LFA. And also the LFA is run by what's his name, Ed Soares. So he's the manager of Anderson Silva. You know, he has a relationship with the UFC already. So
yeah.
Just like, yeah, you want him to do it. Like we just talked about it. That dude just replaced him.
Even the same with Invicta and how it's like the same concept.
Yeah. Well, I guess. But Bellator, sorry, not Bellator. Invicta. Invicta is weird because they're on Fight Pass.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, it is kind of the women's farm league for the UFC. Because again, like all the fighters that are